This is Evan Michelson from the Star Post. I'm standing with Albany boys basketball coach Cory Schlagel after the third place match at state. You guys were able to get a big victory over Minnehaha Academy. Just what's going through your mind after being able to see it come back the way they did in that second half?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting, how many hours was it? 16 hours, and then you lose a game, and kids are pretty disappointed last night that they weren't going to be able to play a state championship game today. So I kind of just left them alone this morning and told them what the eating options were and when we were going to be going over here, hoping that when we got here the juices would get flowing. I think they played pretty well today. Against a team that we played last year in the state championship game. We played them earlier in the year down at their place. So, I thought there was a lot at stake. I had a lot of text messages and stuff to me last night and this morning, just like acting like it was a funeral. We lost a game. We lost a game last night to a really good basketball team in the state tournament in the Final Four. You can't win every game. We just got beat last night. We weren't able to make enough shots, and we got beat. For us to come back, bounce back today, and get a third place finish, coming back after a state championship, I think that's pretty darn good.
And then just obviously, there's a point in that second half where I think they take a 40-39 lead.
Yeah.
And then from that point, Zeke, I think, scores 13 of your team's next 14, really seemed to catch fire. What do you think really helped him, I guess, just find his comfort in the game and do what he's been able to do for you guys here down the stretch?
Yeah, I think we had a 7-point lead, and all of a sudden they hit a few shots, and we're down one. We just took a timeout. We just didn't have a couple of good possessions during that time that led them to getting some easy shots, and they started hitting some threes. So then we changed up the ball screen coverage as well. So we were able to run some stuff there and execute things down the stretch, and I've got certain calls for Zeke and Sam and other guys, and I think we almost hit on every one of them down the stretch to kind of pull away. I love the execution that we had there down the stretch, and that's what we always preach, is at this time of year you need to have those type of possessions to be able to win these type games.
And then obviously that Lake City game yesterday, a lot of physicality and a lot of falls. This time around, it really seems like you guys were able to avoid foul trouble, pretty much both halves. What do you think helped your defense just from maintaining that physicality, but being able to obviously avoid foul trouble?
Yeah, our defense has been good all year. The officials told me and Minnehaha's head coach before the game, he said there's not going to be any ticky-tack calls. They said they're going to let the boys play, and they did. It was a war out there at times, but I think we keep our composure pretty well. We've been in a lot of these physical type games, so we just got to keep playing. I didn't think our kids got too upset when they maybe thought they were being bumped around too much, and we just kept playing. That's what it takes. You have to have that type of mindset in order to win these high intensity type games.
And then I figured I'd throw in a question about your team seniors, 6 of them obviously playing in their final appearance. I guess just talk about the impact that they've had on the program here as they conclude their careers.
Yeah, these guys have been part of a lot of wins over the last few years, giving us a lot of time and dedication, not only during the season, but outside the season too. And a lot of these guys are 2-3 sport athletes. They put a lot of time into a lot of things. It's not like we're asking them to be full-time basketball players, but we have a lot of good athletes in Albany, and it's fun to have them and coach them for 3.5-4 months in the winter to see how we can compete in basketball, and we've been doing pretty darn good, I think.
And then just to obviously see this team, you talked about it yesterday, but reaching 30 wins again for the second year in a row, being able to finish third, obviously tough for the guys yesterday's game, but what do you have to say about how special this season has been for this team?
Yeah, to back up a 32-win season with a 30-win season, come on, it's crazy. That's why, like I said earlier, everybody's acting like it was a funeral when we lost a game last night. You watch the NCAA tournament, some people lose in the first round, for crying out loud. So what we've done is pretty special, and hopefully they appreciate it even more as time goes on, I should say.
Awesome. Thanks again, Coach.
Thank you.